Hello, hello, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Divine Expansive podcast. I'm your host, the hostess with the mostest, of course, Charette Miller. So, every once in a while, you'll notice that I might have an audio recording or a video recording and audio, and it's just a matter of whatever comes up in the moment, and I just kind of go with that. Sometimes setting up the video is a little bit daunting, I guess. Not like I have some fancy studio or something, maybe someday, but we're not there yet. So here we are. What I want to do on this episode is what I'm going to call a meaningful rant. It's actually part of what I talk about with the podcast, and I think it's in like the title or somewhere, something I put up somewhere says meaningful rants, because it's something that I have a tendency to do. And I've explained a little bit before, but essentially, I have an idea today of the topic I'm going to talk about. Sometimes I have a topic, sometimes I don't. But essentially, I start to talk and I stop talking when the spirits tell me that it's time to stop talking. Sometimes that results in short blurbs, and sometimes it's like 20 minutes of just meaningfully ranting. You never know what you're going to get. So I never know what I'm going to put out. So at this point, we're just going to go. We're going to go with it and see what happens. So the idea that has come to me to discuss at this point is the idea of containers. And it sounds funny. I'm not talking about Tupperware. No, not that kind of container. As far as spiritually, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it, because this came to me and I was like, ooh, I really must talk about this, but it didn't occur to me how I was going to explain it. So when I was in hypnotherapy school, one of the things that was talked about was holding space. It was one of the biggest, most massive concepts that was discussed, especially early on, with being a holistic practitioner, is being able to hold space for your clients, and essentially observe what's happening for them and not absorb it, so that you can be there to see them and to be available for them without taking on what's happening. Because sometimes there's people, the clients and stuff that come in will be in a space of just really bad trauma. Something horrible has happened, and that's not easy to listen to as a practitioner. So you have to have that mindset of holding space for them. So the idea that's come about for me recently is learning how to hold space for myself. Because if you are not able to hold space for yourself, you're not going to be able to do so for others. So by container, I had to figure this out because I think I pulled an oracle card and it said something about the vessel. The vessel. So initially I was like, oh, okay, the body. The body is your vessel. And it didn't actually mean that. I mean, that's one meaning, a vessel, but what it was talking about was having a space to contain your emotions and your energy and the things that make you who you are, and just having the safe space for yourself, creating your own safe space. And I'm like, okay, I can see that being important. I guess I didn't quite understand it though. So as I did some meditation and a little bit more thinking about it, the idea of the vessel being the container became just more and more clear. So in me explaining this, hopefully I can get it across to you in the clearest way possible. But think of it this way. When there's a certain scenario in your life that you have your mind on and you just keep incessantly thinking about that thing and you're having a hard time just bringing yourself back in and letting go of the thing, your energy is fragmenting. It's going out towards that situation. Obviously, most likely for most people, it's a past thing, has to do with some person or people in your life. Your energy is going out, fragmenting to those people, to that place. You're going back there, you're reliving it, and you're not whole, essentially. So for me personally, I realized that there was a lot of different scenarios, past scenarios mostly, that I was just like fragmenting myself out to. And I had to learn how to call my energy back to me, like literally back to my heart space. And my vessel, my heart space, that's my container, essentially. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize that I was fragmenting myself this way. And I think a lot of us do it and don't realize it. And that's something that causes a feeling of overwhelmment. And you just feel like everything is coming down on you all at once. It's because you're fragmented. It's because there's pieces of you that are all over the place and you're scattered. That whole like word, people use the word very often, scatterbrained. That's a thing. And it's the main reason why you feel overwhelmed. So many of us feel overwhelmed, especially in this world right now. There's so many things to pull our attention, everything from, the people around us and their despair and their anxiety and the things they're dealing with in their life to the things we're dealing with in our own lives, family drama, illnesses and things like that, and social media and the news and politics and religion, all of the things. There's so many things to pull us in all these different directions. And you have to learn how to call your energy back to you. Literally every night I've started doing this. And I'm like, okay, here I am. I am my own container. My vessel, my body is my energy container. And I need to start treating it as such. And even going a little further into it, I've started making sure that I'm watching what I eat and what I'm consuming, because it's my temple. We've all heard that before. Your body is your temple. It's my temple. It's my vessel. I have to take care of it. This is the one body that I have in this life that is getting me from point A to point B, and I need to treat it like royalty, because that's what I fucking am. I'm a motherfucking queen. So I need to step into my radiant queen energy. And that's a term I coined, by the way, poem I wrote. I need to step into my radiant queen energy and just be whole. Yeah. And in order to be whole, I have to pull all of those fragments of myself back into my container. So that is what I have. That is what I have. I wanted to talk about that container. The spirits are now telling me that it's okay. It is okay to stop talking, to wrap it up. I, as always, am very grateful for anyone who has taken the time to listen. And I love you. I really, truly love you. I mean it, whether I know you or not, whether we've met, whether we haven't, whether we will, whether we won't. I still love you. And I am grateful. I really, truly am. So, on that note, like all the things that I'm supposed to say, like, oh, subscribe and like and rate me 5 stars, whatever. Do whatever you want. If you liked it, somehow let me know you liked it. If you didn't like it, just move on. Okay. I love you and have a great rest of your week, however long that might be.